So we have the energy of the crown chakra. This is how I'm going to start the reading here because I think it's important. It's a cleansing energy. So it's really like once you start with the crown, I know that usually you'll start with the roots because it's about grounding. But I think once you start with the crown, you're actually cleansing your whole system. And sometimes you don't even need to go to the root because you're cleansing from a higher ground, from a higher perspective. Yeah, the crown chakra is a release. It's a big, big release. So let's just see how this plays out. We have the energy of the Two of Swords, and I really liked it once I saw the Temperance card. I was picking up on this kind of duality of mind. With the Two of Swords, it's when you're in a state of constantly trying to figure out what's the best option. You're kind of between a rock and a hard place, or you're kind of in a situation where you can't make up your mind and you're undecided. It's important to come to a state of peace. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's upside down. Yeah. To come to a state of peace, and then from there you can make better decisions. This could be a relationship just because I'm seeing these two people, but that doesn't have to be it. Temperance is about balancing, but it's a different kind of balancing than the Two of Swords. I mean, I would say the Two of Swords is imbalanced, and temperance is about coming to balance from a place of, it's like part of you is in this world and part of you is in the spirit world. And you alchemize. So we have alchemy here. It's card number 20. I don't know if that's judgment. Let's see. Judgment, yeah. Okay, we're still running. My laptop closed. I'm gonna have to rewatch that to see if it makes sense. But yeah, we have the seven here, the seventh chakra with the crown. And it is, to me, that's like a release. We also have all these butterflies here, and I think is that a dove? Possibly a dove, a moon, hands. I'm just feeling the sense of like something that you can let go of now. There's prayer as well, there's meditation, there's prayer, there's wanting to kind of connect with the world, with the globe. There's this kind of guru lady. All in all, I feel like this is a giant step into releasing something karmic, something spiritual, and with alchemy being the judgment card, this is about an awakening, stepping into like a fresh start, a fresh awakening, rebirthing yourself. And temperance is about alchemy, so you're balancing out after this kind of situation where you may be undecided or maybe kind of conflicted mentally, and you come to a place of balance and healing spiritually and awakening your chakras, awakening your kundalini. And definitely speaking about kundalini energy with the Ace of Wands. This was actually not the original card that came out. I kept pulling out more and more cards because they didn't feel cohesive, and I just wasn't like understanding the message. But I think I had the Hierophant at some point, and then I also had, I don't know, a different card. But yeah, with the Hierophant, I think the way I would read this is about really seeking that higher ground, that spirituality. If you're religious, then connecting deeper with your religion. If you're spiritual, then connecting deeper with the practices that you do that help you stay grounded and feeling connected to spirit. And yeah, I feel like Wands is spirit, you know? So it's important here. I just saw the hand. I've never seen that. There's a hand holding this kind of staff. And I just want to say that like what your hands do, what your mind does, what your body does, what you do with your life does make a difference, and you do impact the world, and that is magic. That is the definition of magic, and that is the definition of alchemy. And if you don't, who will, that kind of thing. So and there it is, the magician right underneath as I'm speaking about alchemy and magic. You have all the tools, all the necessary tools, but it comes from an awareness. It starts with awareness. It starts through understanding. You will not have the tools if you continue to believe that you are hopeless and helpless and a victim. You have to kind of find your way through, and it can be really tough. But because the energies are so much about kind of this fire, this awakening, this kundalini, I feel like the energies are supporting you to start this process of coming back to your power, coming back to yourself, and reclaiming it. What we perceive to be is not the whole story, only that which we understand to the level of our knowledge. The solid of a stone seems impenetrable, but as we look closer, we begin to see space and smaller objects held together. Then we see space above all else, movement where we perceive there to be none, immersion, number 22. 4, that's emperor energy, that's building. So what are you building in your life? What are you putting energy into? Movement where we perceive there to be none, right? So maybe that message reiterated, if you felt like a victim, if you felt helpless and hopeless in a situation, you can reignite yourself and find the tools, the necessary tools, to change your life circumstances. Let's see. This is super important. Finding a safe space to discover your own individual self, your own uniqueness, your reason for being. This is not a place for others. Here you need room to find things out for yourself. This is a place where your needs can be explored. Awareness, number 26, which is an 8. 8 is very similar for me to 4, because 4 would be like building and 8 would be entrepreneurship, like business acumen, I don't know, networking, connecting with the right people. Though I don't think we're talking about anything financial here, but it's more spiritual. It's about how you change your inner world in order to start, through that awareness, to start creating better circumstances in your outer life. I release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love, right? So love would be the antithesis of perfection. Like, there is no real need to be perfect in love. Whether that's like a romantic relationship, or whether that's how you love yourself, or how you serve others in your job, in your lifetime, there is no need for perfection. Perfection is something that we create with our minds because we're dissatisfied with our current state of being or the current state of the world. And so we're searching for this elusive place, time, reality, person that will take all of that away. But if you connect with love, love is imperfect. Love is insecure, love is vulnerable, love is tears, love is laughter, love is falling apart, love is being yourself, it's being true. So if you show up in that way, you heal. You don't only heal yourself, you heal a lot of people and a lot of things in your life. When I allow others to support me, I support them too. So this is so beautiful with that kind of release of the need for perfection. Because I think, I don't know, like I'm feeling all these vibes of love and support. And it's really kind of honing in on what is love, what is support, what is real connection, what is real, true feeling of connectedness, feeling of belonging, feeling of having a space all to yourself where you create, where you are connecting with your uniqueness, your reason for being. where you can explore your own needs. And I think that exploring your own needs isn't just about connecting with yourself, it's also about knowing how to connect with others. And knowing how to connect with others comes from a place of giving up that ego, that need to be perfect. Because if you constantly strive for perfection and for ego, you will annihilate, you will alienate others. You will create situations where people feel imperfect themselves and they feel that they have to compete with you. And it becomes like ego-based, it becomes surface-based. And when you allow people in, when you show people that you're vulnerable, that you're imperfect, that you need support, that's your way of supporting others too, because you're actually connecting with this higher message of we're all imperfect, we're all vulnerable, we all have weaknesses, we all have flaws. I'm just getting vibes of that song Unpretty by TLC. I mean, it's really whatever you make of it, this reading, but I think that the main purpose here is about alchemy, and it's about connecting with that crown chakra and releasing, doing like real cleansing to release anything that keeps you stuck, that keeps you in a low vibration, that keeps you held onto any kind of victimhood or any kind of blaming, self-blame, blaming others, feeling like you have to be better, feeling like you have to prove yourself, feeling that love needs to be like this glamorous, glitzy, beautiful thing. And I would even say, because you are allowing people to support you, love is no longer about pretending to be okay on your own. Love is no longer about these weird dynamics where you're like running away from someone, hoping they'll chase you, or you're chasing after someone and they're running away. Like all of those unhealthy, insecure, avoidant attachment styles can really heal when you come from a place of showing that it's okay to be imperfect and that it's okay to need support. And that that's actually the only way that we can really connect. Thanks for watching.